This is the Finger Cutter 3000, one of the deadliest tools in my arsenal of cooking equipment. One wrong slip and you're on your way to the ER with your fingertip on ice. It's a stainless steel box with laser sharpened blades on all four sides. Because of the potential for lawsuits, they don't even sell it in the US. I had to buy it online from some guy in Germany named Gunther, and he didn't even put a return address on the package. This is an onion. I'm putting some olive oil in a nice non-stick pan at medium-high heat, and I'm going to cook these onions until they're nice and golden brown. So give them a good stir. Because they're thin, they cook quickly, so now you want to move them into a bowl. Now I'm taking a baking potato and I'm going to quickly peel it. I'm going to shred it with the Finger Cutter 3000, but traditionally you can just cut the potatoes really thin with a knife. Now with these potatoes I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to fry them until they're nice and golden colored. And with shredded potatoes I recommend that you start practicing your pan flips. Okay, now that they're cooked, they'll go in the bowl with the onions. Okay, I'm going to put in 6 eggs. Now it's very important that you add enough salt to make this nice and flavorful. And this part here is super important. You want to mix these up so all the fats and whatever water's in there emulsifies. Okay, you want to make a nice emulsification. Everything should be nice and smooth and well mixed together. And when you're done mixing, you want to taste it for salt, because you got to make sure it tastes really good. All right. If you don't put enough salt in this dish, it's just not good enough. So now it goes back in the pan, but this time the pan is on medium-low heat. We're going to cook this a little slower than we did before. Okay, we don't really want to burn it on any side. We want to chill out here and just go low and slow. Okay, I like to do a little circular motion here on the pan, and you can see the edges of the tortilla start to form. Okay, this part I call disturbing the tortilla. So what I'm doing here is just kind of breaking up the middle. And this makes it cook a little bit faster. Okay, hold your breath everyone. Let's flip this. There we go. Okay, it doesn't have to be a perfect flip. And here's the hallmark of a perfect tortilla, is the middle has to be moist. Okay, it can't be cooked all the way through. It's nice and moist in the middle and nicely cooked on the outside. There we go, flip it one more time. And that makes a perfect Spanish tortilla. And I recommend highly that you guys get good at doing this. Okay, lots of practice, it's fun, and once you master the tortilla, I guarantee you will never have another breakfast item again. Well, maybe you will, but this will be definitely one of your favorites. What I like most about this is the flavor of the caramelized onion just permeates through the whole thing, and that moist middle is just my absolute favorite. I love Spanish tortillas.